right, let me tell you a story real quick. So the question is, should I mediate or go to trial? And I'll tell you one thing. Mediation is my favorite way to resolve a divorce case because you control the outcome. It's way less expensive, and you get a say in what happens in your case. Now, an experience I had many years ago is we did a divorce trial, and as I recall, we maybe ended at 2:15 in the afternoon. The judge took a recess, came out, say 3:15, and said, hey, here's my ruling. And he read out his ruling. It took him about a half hour or so to get through it. Now, what happened is my client was sitting to my right, the other attorney's over to my left. He's 4 or 5 feet from me, and we're standing at these pulpits writing notes furiously. And my client is yanking on my coattail, and he's like, what's going on? This is crazy. And it was. The judge's ruling was absolutely ridiculously insane. It would never work for these people. Problem was, the judge had only got to hear about 4 or 5 hours of their life story in a trial setting. It's a hard thing to do, to tell that in that time frame. Well, the other attorney, his client's yanking on his coat because they thought it was crazy too. Anyway. So the judge gets done. Excuse me, our clients are going crazy. So we handed them a yellow pad and a pen and said, you guys sit down and figure something out. We went over to the clerk's window, and we get up, we approach the clerk, and the clerk said, hey, judge is ready for you. I'm like, really? I think he saw our clients yanking our suit coattails. So we go back, we talk to the judge, we're like, hey, judge, we're really, really humble. Judge, we really appreciate your time today. We appreciate you making a ruling. We appreciate you hearing our clients out. And the judge kind of interrupted us about that and said, but I take it your client didn't like my ruling. We're like, Judge, no. And frankly, neither of us as the attorneys could have predicted that ruling. It was so crazy. Anyway, so what we ended up doing, so the judge said, tell you what, court closes at 5. Said, I will retake the bench at 4:30. If your clients can sit down and figure out a resolution that they will like better than my ruling, I will amend my order to match what agreement they reach. We said, thanks, Judge, we'll see you at 4:30. So we ran out, went over, told our clients, hey, here's what the judge said. If you guys can figure something out, we'll be here if you have questions. I'll be darned. They figured it out. So we go back in at 4:30, said, hey, Judge, here's what our clients have agreed to do. He amended his order, and all was well. That was a unique judge. He was humble enough to recognize that he wasn't always going to get it right, and he let our clients figure it out. Now, some years down the road, I almost think he did it on purpose to try and force our client to figure it out. But regardless, the moral of that story is you cannot predict what is going to happen in a trial. Now, I think I've gotten pretty good at saying, hey, it might be somewhere in here or somewhere in here. But where in there, I don't know. And it could be way out somewhere that I could never predict because I've had that happen. So here's the deal. Resolve your divorce trial if you can at mediation. And I tell people all the time, a C+, B- out of a mediation is sometimes the absolute best result you can hope to get because you never know what you're going to get at a trial, and that story is a perfect illustration of that.